long time ago, there was a big and noisy city called Tarsus. Tarsus was full of camels, markets, and people from all over the world. You could hear traders shouting, children laughing, and donkeys braying in the streets. Bright fabrics waved in the wind, spices tickled your nose, and scholars talked about important things in the open square. The people of Tarsus were smart and proud, and right in the middle of it all was a man named Saul. Saul was no ordinary man. He wore fine robes, spoke many languages, and walked like someone who knew everything. He had gone to the best schools. He knew the laws of God and followed them perfectly, or so he thought. But there was one thing Saul didn't believe. He didn't believe that Jesus was the Son of God. In fact, Saul was angry with the people who followed Jesus. He thought they were liars. He thought they were causing trouble. So Saul made a terrible plan. "I will stop them," Saul said. "I will travel to every city and arrest them. I will lock them up so they can't speak about Jesus anymore." He marched into the temple and asked the high priest for special letters, papers that gave him permission to grab the Christians in Damascus and bring them back in chains. Once he had the letters, Saul got on his big, strong horse and started the long journey with some other men. He sat tall in his saddle, proud and full of himself. "I'm doing this for God," he said. The sun was hot, the road was dusty, and the city of Damascus grew closer and closer. But then, something happened. All at once, the sky burst open with a bright, blinding light. It was brighter than the sun, and it came from heaven. Saul's horse reared up and neighed loudly. Saul lost control and fell off the horse. Bam! Right onto the hard ground. Everything went silent. Then, a loud, powerful voice called out from the sky, "Saul! Saul, why are you hurting me?" Saul was terrified. His heart was beating fast. He looked around, but he couldn't see anyone. He whispered, "Who are you, Lord?" The voice answered, "I am Jesus, the one you are hurting. Now get up and go into the city. Someone will tell you what to do." When Saul opened his eyes, everything was black. He was blind. "Help me," he said, shaking. I can't see." The men with him didn't see the light, but they heard the voice. They were just as shocked. They gently took Saul's hand and led him into Damascus. He could no longer ride his horse. He could no longer walk with pride. For 3 days, Saul sat in a quiet room. He didn't eat. He didn't drink. He didn't talk. He just sat there, thinking, praying, remembering that voice. "I am Jesus." Meanwhile, in the city of Damascus, there lived a kind man named Ananias. He loved Jesus. One day, God spoke to Ananias in a vision. "Ananias," God said, "go to the house where Saul is staying. Lay your hands on him so he can see again." Ananias gasped, "But Lord, Saul is dangerous. He arrests your people." But God said gently, "I have chosen Saul. He will tell many people about me. Do not be afraid." So Ananias obeyed. He found the house and walked quietly inside. There was Saul, sitting in the dark. Ananias said, "Brother Saul, Jesus sent me to help you see again." He gently placed his hands on Saul's eyes, and at that moment, something like scales fell off. Saul blinked. He looked around. He could see. Tears filled his eyes. "Jesus is real," he whispered. "He really is the Son of God." Right away, Saul got up and was baptized. Then he ate, drank, and got strong again. But more than anything, his heart was changed. He didn't want to hurt Christians anymore. He wanted to be one. People were shocked. "Isn't this the man who came to arrest us?" they said. But now, Saul was preaching in the streets. He was telling everyone that Jesus is alive and that Jesus is Lord. Later, Saul would be known as Paul, the man who wrote many books in the Bible and told the world about Jesus.